Actor, activist and filmmaker Damon Gameau is looking at the planet's possible future in his latest film, 2040. He's contemplating what the future could hold for his 4-year-old daughter, Velvet, if we implement solutions that already exist in our world today to solve the problem of carbon emissions. Apart from interviewing children from around the world who seem remarkably attuned to the problems caused by climate change, he investigates various initiatives in different countries. For example, in a country like Bangladesh, he discovers that in electricity-deprived regions, households have self-generated solar power, which can be shared on a grid. Using this method, there is the possibility of countries using almost 100% renewables by 2040. He also looks at the money spent by vested interests to prevent us lowering our emissions. The fossil fuel industries are obscenely subsidised. Traffic congestion in cities like Los Angeles could be alleviated by ride-sharing, by us giving up the idea of car ownership. Urban spaces could be made available for more productive activities. But the discovery that fascinated me was the idea of marine permaculture, growing seaweed on renewable underwater platforms, drawing down carbon, cooling the oceans and increasing salinity. It's edible and it grows fast. Wow. The other idea that appealed was the empowering of girls and women around the globe, stressing the importance of education. After his 2014 That's Sugar film, 2040 is a fascinating and highly impressive work by Gameau. It's also incredibly timely, using a few visual tricks but mainly focusing on interviews with forward thinkers. It's been imaginatively directed and written by the filmmaker, with cinematography by Hugh Miller and clever editing by Jane Usher. Gameau is really leading the way in shedding light on some of the problems facing us today. The film's informative and eye-opening and very accessible.
I found it just a bit predictable, I've got to say. The idea that most interested me was the electric grid in the villages at the very beginning. I thought that was a fabulous notion. And
Not the seaweed?
Not the seaweed, no. I thought I'd kind of heard a lot of that later stuff before, and I got very tired of him. He's in almost every frame of this, and he's got a rather scratchy voice. He's not the most impressive. He's good looking enough as a presenter, but he's vocally very hard, a bit scrappy and a bit hard to, and scruffy, a bit hard to listen to. He never stops talking with that slightly scratchy voice. I just found it, I thought it would have been better as a 3-part television series rather than as a feature documentary. I just found it all a bit predictable and just a bit worthy, I'm afraid.
Well, I found it exciting because, I need to be informed. And I found the film incredibly informative and imaginative. I was truly excited by it.
Well, I'm pleased that you were. You obviously were very enthusiastic. I wasn't. Elements of it, bits of it sort of interested me, but I found it in the end all a bit tiresome and just a bit too worthy, I'm afraid, a bit too earnest.
I react against worthy. I did not find it worthy at all.
No.
I found it, I think he's passionate. And I think he's really gone around the world.
I just wanted him to shut up for a while. I mean, it was just the endless chattering on was too much.
Oh, stop it.
Three for me. All I'm giving it is 3.
I'm giving it 4.5. I think it's really important.
3.
Not only are there so many people who want to take part in telling a news story, we have everything we need right now to make it happen.